If you can't see that well, it's still too damn early. But we're doing this again. Well, this seems awfully familiar. Except where I'm going today isn't familiar to me in the slightest, so that'll be very fun. Yeah. I think today's gonna be a really good day, and I think this weekend in general will be really, really, really fun. So, if you don't know, and you can't tell by the video, I'm going down to Maryland, which is near, I guess, Washington, D.C., essentially. And I'm going to MAGFest, which I'm really, 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 really excited for. Like, you guys have no idea. MAGFest has pretty much been the convention I've been wanting to go to for the last 5 years now, and to quote that one Colin James song, I guess it's been 5 long years, but I love you just the same, so in some way, I mean, it feels really hard to believe that we're heading there after all this time, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing a lot of familiar faces and whatnot, and just hanging out. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and yeah. So yeah, see you when I get there. So I got here to the airport in Toronto right now. Have an hour layover until my next flight, which is to DC, as I'm sure y'all know. And yeah, interesting story. Some may be wondering how I just split a freaking smoothie cup. Well, okay, the story of the smoothie cup split was that my mother, who's traveling with me on this trip, anyways, with my hand not covered in smoothies, so yeah, so my mother's traveling with me on this trip, and which wasn't originally even going to be the plan, but she just joined along anyway, so anyways, we stopped by to get smoothies, and for some reason, we're at a Tim Hortons right now, for some reason, she decided to set the freaking cup on my suitcase without me knowing, and I decided to swing my backpack up on top of my suitcase, and you can probably guess where this is going, and it knocked it on the floor. There's no real mess or anything, I just randomly felt like sharing that. But whatever, you probably don't care about this one too much, but yeah, so I'll see you guys in DC next time. So, yeah, I'm here at MAGFest now. I've been here for a little while. It's pretty great so far. I still haven't gone to the show floor right now, but I'm trying to make my way to the opening ceremony. I think I'm a little bit late for that, but it's kind of a whatever for me at this point.
Trying to vlog.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So, anyways, a fire alarm just went off during the opening ceremony, and I'm here with this guy who's a...
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Maryland?
Yeah, I'm here with Maryland, who was a big inspiration for me as a Let's Player, and...
In the garage.
In the garage, apparently. Okay, then.
Still a driving space.
So... Yeah. It seems like a... Yeah.
Well, it kind of was, considering below freezing temperatures and tiny cosplays.
Yeah, I heard that.
I actually
Just... So, I hope you guys can hear this right now, because there's kind of a drummer being kind of loud right now, but I'm here with these two lovely people.
Hi! You just slapped me in the face!
I'm sorry, no! Me!
Anyways, I just want to say, although it's, I just have one random question to ask you. How does it feel knowing that the Runaway Guys is 5 years old now?
I'm old, man.
It feels like it.
I'm old.
I remember the very first day you guys announced that channel, and I subscribed immediately because I heard you guys were doing Mario Party. So, and I just thought, I never heard of MAGFest before then, and I thought the idea sounded really fascinating to me, and it inspired me to want to go out to like conventions and whatnot, and ultimately it really inspired me to want to come to MAGFest, especially this year, as being the 5th year since the Runaway Guys formed. And I remember 5 years ago this weekend as well was when the Wario's Battle Canyon episode went up.
Oh wow.
And
That's some really good memory.
yeah, well, I remember that really well because I remember as soon as the Runaway Guys started up, I was doing a lot of traveling and a lot of stuff for pretty much the entire first month of that you guys started it. Like the Luigi's Engine Room video, I was like at a children's winter festival that weekend. The next weekend, I'm in Air Cadets, and we took a trip up to a place in Quebec for a weekend, and I just remember more or less anytime I was at the hotel room, I was just trying to catch up on the Wario's Battle Canyon stuff, and then, yeah, it just blows my mind that was 5 years ago.
Well, back in the old days, we used to play Mario Party 1.
Yeah, man. So, I don't know how well you can hear me right now because everything's really friggin' loud right now. I apologize. But I just decided to come down to Atrium Village right now. And, yeah, it's really nice, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna update further on when I get to a more quiet place. Maybe the halls, I don't know. I'm more or less just wandering the hotel at this point because like I just want to see what they have here. I swear to God, if this is an escalator going down, I don't know if it is or not. Atrium Village is really nice looking though. I'm glad I'm experiencing this. Of course that was an escalator going down. Well, shit. I'll take some stairs. I apologize that today has been very, very random. I've actually had a lot of fun though. I hung out with Sugar Conroy and Missy and Ella earlier, which was really fun. I hung out with Marilyn for quite a while today. We went to the opening ceremony panel together, and she was just a really awesome person to meet. And yeah, today's just been a lot of fun. And this is only Thursday out of a 4-day event. So tomorrow I think will be even more enjoyable. So I'm just heading off to day 2 of MAGFest. I apologize if yesterday never really ended off. So you want to hit up the ATM really quick first? Normally, but yeah. Last night felt good. Felt really nice to get sleep. And I woke up earlier than I expected, and actually, now that I think about it, I should really disable my alarm because I have Stacy's mom set as my alarm, and I don't think people want to hear that cranking from my phone really loud in another 50 minutes, so I'm just gonna...
How's it alright?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I mean, we'll probably be going out to eat soon anyway.
I had breakfast in my hotel room already.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh, someone has 2 giant copies of Pokemon Red and Blue in front of their room up there. So, yeah, I'm heading back up to my hotel room because I just forgot something right now. But I just played a couple rounds of Kirby Air Ride in a LAN party, and it's really fun. Kirby Air Ride's always a really fun game of mine, and it's a game I always wanted to do videos on, but I just never really bothered because there's so much really that I could do in that. I've dumped hours into that game with friends, and playing it in a LAN party for the first time was a lot of fun. In fact, one guy had a top... It was kind of shitty because one guy had a top speed of like 16. The game literally did not give him anything but top speed panels. And after that, as soon as the freaking thing started, which was a single race, the game crashed. Because LAN parties are a little bit buggy like that. Like, sometimes the LAN parties crash. It's unfortunate, but you know what else can be done about it, really. Anyways, I'm heading up to get something from my room, and then I'm heading off to the Gavin Blair panel at 12. So, yeah.
I can't believe I found it.
I don't know if I ever actually filmed anything on the floor here so far, but it's pretty good so far. It's a lot different than like PAX or something. Like it's actually really, really different. But it's different in a really good way. Like everything here, or I shouldn't say everything, but like more than 70% of something on the floor is something that I would be interested in. Whereas at PAX, you know, there might be like only one booth that I might actually be interested in. And that's it. So I also ran into a couple other YouTubers today. I saw Proton John this morning, briefly, and I just ran into Slim Kirby about 15-20 minutes ago. Had a brief conversation with him. He's a pretty cool guy. Definitely a big time inspiration for me during like probably the middle period of my channel, and probably the great middle period of my channel, I should call it. Oh yeah, the giant wall of amiibo. I have a lot of these, and the ones I don't have here, I don't know if I justify. It is interesting seeing like Game & Watch and Duck Hunt separately. Lucas and Schultz I both have. I have Little Mac. I have Rosalina. It's great. I paid more for Rosalina actually. I just don't know I justify half these prices here. Some of these. I still really want that giant Yariyoshi up there, but $80 in American, which is like god bullshit amounts in Canada because of how bad the currency conversion. Speaking of Falco, yeah, that's right. We have birds. I found birds. You want birds? We got birds. Yeah. Anyways, I think I'm gonna let you guys go now. So, bit of an update since last time. I just decided to tag along on an adventure, and I'm joined along by these lovely people here.
Oh, yeah, very lovely. Yeah, we're making that's what the assumptions make.
Thank you, Safazi.
It's great commentary. Grade A commentary from Safazi. You know who I really want to commentate? I want grade A under A to commentate on Let's Play.
Imagine if he did a Pokemon Let's Play.
You're the same gamer.
So what was that news thing that was teaser? Has anything happened?
Oh, the big announcement?
Yeah.
It was, so,
I know about the
Sonic Retro just goofed all of us, basically. One of the guys who was the admin there is now the interim social media manager for Sega.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm a Sonic fan up there, but not really big news. People got on my ass for that,
I
actually.
know, it was like, I was just reading the tweets. Like, I didn't follow too much in the context because Twitter, that's just how it works. You really have to dig for that. But I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad.
Well, again, I know you want to
I was very missing.
So, I hope my MAGFest hasn't just resorted to literally just walking in the hallway while vlogging, but
Helped a friend out, got a free beer. How you doing?
I feel like that's kind of what my MAGFest has kind of resorted to so far. It's about 8 o'clock on Friday night. I'm not going to the Smash Bros. Thing that I was going to go to. No way I can go at this point anyway, but yeah, today was really good in my opinion. I ran into and hung around with quite a lot of people. In particular, this afternoon I hung around for about 2 hours or so. I hung around with a lot of PokeTubers and one Sonic tuber in particular. And by that I mean Maryland again, Glitch X City, Cephazin, someone I don't remember, but yeah, and then the PokeTuber I ran into was Tails channel, and yeah, and then afterwards I ran into Masanella and Chugga Conroy, and I hung out with Chugga for probably a solid hour or two, and it felt really good in my opinion. So
I played Space Monkey, that's the only one I played. I gotta admit.
what game are you playing anyway?
Final Fantasy Explorers.
Okay. Yeah, I saw your vlog saying you were playing that recently. So my question to you is, yes, that was originally my Red Pikmin plush.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember that.
I saw him very briefly this morning at the restaurant down
Is that the spider?
on the atrium.
I also have this. It's like the greatest thing ever, so.
There was a really good Eggman cosplayer here earlier. I wonder if Lukagen actually saw him.
That was last year.
Nice. I just saw him.
Yeah, I was just in the panel. It was right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first time I got it.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, good. How are you?
We live 30 minutes away from here, so.
I lost my grandson. Do you guys know where my grandson was?
Was he this tall?
He's about this tall. He's wearing a yellow shirt. Did you guys see him at all? No.
Actually, no.
No.
He ran that way.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me? Okay, fine.
Okay, he went that way.
Believe the fact that I saw a young male
A young male.
wearing a yellow shirt.
How young are we talking?
Probably about 10 to 15 years old.
You're picking up shit. You're just picking up shit off the fucking ground. How am I supposed to believe a guy who picks up shit? You're even pinning it to you.
Yeah, because
How am I supposed to believe that?
Well, you can either believe it.
Where's my grandson, damn it? Morty! Have you seen? He knows! Where's Morty? Where's Morty?
to prostitution. You have to do it every now and again because
Where's Morty?
Morty's probably jacking off to Jessica, if you know what I mean. Wait, there's not a whole lot more than you know what you mean.
She's got a yellow.
I didn't bring the portal guy. Oh, my eyes.
I forgot the portal guy. She looked back, she was like, oh my god, he's really cute, but not really.
Oh, you know what?
So it's a really simple question, but what do you feel on the Runaway Guys turning 5 this year? I guess already having turned 5.
Oh my gosh, I'm honestly, like, I don't think about it as much as maybe I should, but that's kind of a big deal. Not a lot of collab channels make it as far as we do.
Yeah.
Or as far as we have.
Yeah, that's true. And
it's like, I never realized, it just kind of snuck up on me, to be honest. I didn't
It's like already pretty hard to meet up with John, right, since he's not U.S.
Oh, yeah,
Like, if another person moved out to the U.S., it'd be pretty much impossible.
yeah. I mean, like, it just seems so hard to believe how much time has really changed, like, since it started, like, and the Runaway Guys was probably the reason I wanted to come to MAGFest and conventions in general in the first place. Like, I've been to...
That's why I came last year, because of the throne controllers.
Yeah, I've been to 3 PAX Easts, and I've been on Throne controllers twice, which is not something many people can say.
Are you guys doing one at PAX East?
I don't know yet. I hope so. So we get our biggest crowds there. So.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. What did I just think? No.
The only thing I can think of is maybe in Polaris or wherever your guys' company.
Well, actually, now we're not Polaris anymore. We are with shoot. I can't remember what they're called. They're based out of Vancouver. And
really?
I'm probably going to jump over to them this May when my contract runs out.
So you're not with Polaris anymore? Or?
I am now, but I'm not going to be for much longer.
Oh. Is there any specific reason for that, or? So, I have a very good question for you, and I've asked Tim and Emil this already. What are your thoughts on the Runaway Guys being 5 years old already?
I honestly have no thoughts on it, if you want me to be perfectly honest. It's weird that, it's funny because you asked that at MAGFest, which is where we started.
Yeah, and that's kind of why it's been on my mind too, like...
Gotcha. I don't know, it's nice that we got to that point, and it seems like we're still going to keep going. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to Emil about some of the stuff you guys had planned, and it seems like you're backlogged for quite a long time.
Yeah,
so.
we, Sonic Adventure and Mario 3, which are just ending now.
Yeah.
They were recorded almost a year ago.
Yeah, I realized that.
February, March, so.
Yeah, because when Emil mentioned about Sonic Adventure one time, he mentioned that it was recorded on, he mentioned that one of the videos was actually recorded on my birthday, actually.
Okay.
So, it was sometime during Knuckles' story, I think. On an unrelated note, I'm just now realizing I forgot to bring something I wanted you to autograph. It was my copy of Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. I've played the Aria and Dawn of Sorrow games before, but through your Let's Play, you reminded me how great those games were again, and I went back, replayed both of them, Let's Played Aria of Sorrow, finished both of them 100%, and you reminded me that those games are really, really good. I'm
glad. Like, I'm a big fan of that series.
Yeah. You mentioned that you like Aria of Sorrow more than Dawn of Sorrow. Was there any specific reason why, or?
Dawn of Sorrow, there was points where I remember I actually had to grind to get souls to progress, and that was really the big issue. That and the seals. I don't like the seals. Yeah, I guess. Fair enough. I feel like there was never really a grinding point for me to progress onward. I found it... I initially really liked the soul synthesis, but like the fact that like you lose progress for trying to get the Soul Eater ring in that, and then needing to regrind on certain things. So like, say you want to get like the Claim Solace, which is like one of the best weapons in the game, and then also like the Soul Eater ring. You usually need to wait until you have the Soul Eater ring before you can get your best weapons. Yeah. So. And that was the shitty thing for me anyway when I played it. So that, and I feel like Dawn of Sorrow is a slower paced game as well. Yeah, definitely.
So like Aria of Sorrow feels way faster paced to me, but
I think it's because they had to work with the limitations of the GBA. So they felt like with Dawn, they'd be like, all right, we can make it more grandiose.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think it suffered a little bit as a result.
Yeah.
Although Julius mode in that one is actually a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I never really got too far. The furthest I ever got in Julius mode was that I don't remember his name, but like that fire guy.
The boss, or like
the boss. He's like one of the 2 or 3 like main like.
Did you get your whole party? Do you have all 3 characters?
I do know Alucard does join you as the last member, but
okay, so you just had Yoko and Julius. Okay.
Yes. So like my original copy of Dawn of Sorrow I got from a guy who coincidentally I work with now, and he had a save file that was like right at the final boss of Julius mode, and I was completely lost and never stood a chance against that. So I think one of these days I might go back and replay Julius mode to try and get a fuller feel of it. I never really played much of it in either Sorrow game, so yeah. Yeah, this evening has mostly just been really relaxed. Haven't done a whole lot, just more or less chatted with like a couple other people. It's like 10:45 right now. I'm more or less just sitting here with a giant group of table with Sugar Conroy again, Mustayanella, this guy, and yeah, we're just more or less relaxing for Friday night. I played a little bit of Kirby Air Ride earlier. Kirby Air Ride is really fun here.
And it sounds weird for me to be saying that, but being able to actually play LAN Party with Kirby Air Ride is a lot of fun. So, yeah. And I think I'm probably gonna, I don't think I'm gonna be vlogging anything else for the rest of today. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to the Grant Kirkhope panel, the Runaway Guys panel later in the evening, maybe the Cinemassacre panel, I don't actually know.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
Yeah, I don't honestly know what I'd be doing, so.
I remember in high school, history, yeah, it was history class, like, okay, you gotta do a family tree, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a